Okay, I'm RobotX, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build Let's Make Robots Start Here Robot using the regular parts, 2 GM9 motors, a battery box, a sharp infrared sensor, a cable for the infrared sensor, HXT 900 servo, and of course the µBotino controller. Okay, let's start by crimping the pins to the battery box. To do that, we have to break away the pins. Okay, start with the positive with the red wire. Just make sure straighten up the lid, bend it, make like a hook so the lid is shorter but thicker. Okay, place it inside. Okay, place it inside the crimp pin. Hold it with your finger. Then with a needle nose plier, carefully bend the sides of the crimp pins. The crimp pin. Okay, then one more time for the part of the wire that has the insulation. Okay, next straighten the black wire. Okay, bend it. Okay, place it in the crimp pin. Hold it and bend the crimp pin sides. Of course, you can use a crimping plier, which is a very neat tool to have, but I still like to bend first directly on the wire, then using a crimp tool like this one, I place it in the tool. Okay, and you have a much nicer crimp. I like to put it the other way around, turn it like 180 degrees and crimp it again. So crimp 2 times. Okay, just for the kicks, I'm gonna give it another crimp to the red wire, but you can just use it as it was crimped by the plier, because it still works. Now, if you look at the board, how the key goes in, okay, you will see that the positive, there is a little plus mark right near the PWR, and so there the red wire will go in. Okay, so the red wire goes here. You have to push it in all the way until it clicks. Yep, now it doesn't come out. Then the black wire goes in right next to it, push it in until it clicks. Okay, good. Now if you plug it in, it works perfectly. Okay, we're done. We're done with the battery box. To attach the motors to the battery box, okay, first you will need to attach the wheels and screw them in, so you have them like this, ready to go. We will need to solder wires, which I forgot to prepare, idiot. You need 2 wires for this to work. Okay, motor leads. Get 2 female to female jumper cables. Doesn't matter the colors. Put them just like this and cut them perfectly in 2. They're gonna be a little bit short, but that's fine. Okay, using the diagonal cutters, cut them in 2. Okay. Get 1 pair, twist them. Okay. Strip the insulation. I like to use a stripping tool. Good. Next one. Twist. Why we're twisting is because this eliminates part of the electromagnetic inductance in the wires. Less noise practically for the board. Okay, twist the end of the wire. Okay, then we can solder. Place 1 wire . Okay, place the wire inside the hook of 1 lead, then apply solder. Insert the next lead. Okay. Again, apply solder. Don't heat it up too much, because it will melt the casing. Okay, 1 motor is done. Next, the next motor, solder the leads the other way. If red was to the left, then red goes to the right, and vice versa. Orange goes to the other side. Okay. Good. Now we have the motors done. Get a double sticky tape. Use a scissor to cut the pads. Okay, and since the pads are a little bit wider than the motors, I like to cut just a little bit off of them to make them about the same size. Okay. Remove the adhesive, place it on the motor, do the same for the other pad. This one's a bit crooked, but that's fine. Now, peel the other side of the pads. Now, let's mount them. Okay. Okay, how about this? It's good enough. Okay, now for the servo. Again, cut one pad in two halves. Peel. Stick to the bottom of the servo. Peel the other side. Place the servo like right there. Okay. Now, for the board, get the other sticker, the other pad, cut it in two, peel one side. Okay, so get one side and place it on top of the motor, get the other place it on the other motor, peel off this second side. Now place the board like this, press it down real good, and for the sensor we're gonna cut a little piece like this. Place it on the servo horn. Then plug in the sensor cable. And place the sensor right there. Okay, plug the sensor in the analog port 0, which is marked by A0. When you plug the sensor, make sure the yellow wire is towards the microcontroller. The black wire is towards the outside of the board. Okay. Feed the power lead through right there. And plug it in its place. It can go only one way because it's keyed. Okay, tuck in the extra lead, the servo, plug it in digital port number 9, which is D9 on the board. Make sure you plug it with the orange wire towards the microcontroller. The brown wire, it's similar with black wire and goes towards the outside of the board. That's the ground wire. It's a little bit tight. Okay, there it goes. Now the motors, we will plug the right motor in M2, the left motor in M1. Just plug them in, and if we don't like how they are plugged, we can always reverse them. Okay. Just make sure the wires are neat. Let's plug the batteries. Okay. Now the robot is ready to roll. It's a bit heavy on the back. We should make it a little bit more balanced. The nice part with a sticky pad is that we can always remove them, replace them. And it's still heavy towards the back. I think we will need to add a third wheel to this design. Okay. So after a bit of fiddling, I found out what was the perfect balance point for this tiny robot. Okay, and this is how it looks like from all angles. Okay, let's program it and see how it works.